Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan. I'm a spiritual guide, a healer, and a medium. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. In today's video, I want to talk about 6 signs that your manifestation is close. Let's get started. Before I get into the 6th sign, I want to give you guys a couple quick tips, especially for those of you who are just beginning to use the law of attraction. For those of you who haven't taken that quantum leap yet, who haven't brought forth that big manifestation, because what you're going to quickly realize once you start to attract one manifestation after another, there's certain things that you must become aware. There's certain things that you're going to go through. There's certain signs that make it clear as far as when that manifestation is going to come forth. And I recommend that you start to daily journal, because I've noticed as far as during my awakening, while I was manifesting things, all of a sudden certain things started to come up. As far as for myself, it's always been about when I want to manifest something, there's going to be a deep level inner healing that's going to happen. There's going to be something from my subconscious mind that's going to be released. There's going to be some lessons that are going to be brought forth. And sometimes we have to go through challenging times to prove to ourselves that we're able and we're going to be overcoming this. And as far as the manifesting process, the more you're able to tap into your heart space, the faster and better that manifestation is going to be. You can envision it all you want. If you're not able to get that emotion, it's really going to affect as far as the level of manifestation that you're going to be able to bring forth. Therefore, continue to allow that faith to grow and realize all that inner work that you've been doing is only going to continue to bring forth better situations in your life. It's only going to continue to bring forth happier moments, which is going to leave you feeling that much better. So continue to let go of what you need to, continue to take in those lessons, understanding everything's happening for you and not against you. If you give it enough time, you can literally take any event in your life and you can find something good out of it. You can see that you might have gone through some painful experience, for example, but that is what has led you to where you're at right now. Before I get into the 6 signs, I want to give you guys a couple of tips as far as the entire manifesting process, especially if you're new to using the law of attraction. There's a lot of reoccurring things that are going to be happening, and it's important, as an example, just to have a journal and just writing things down, whether it's different signs or different synchronicities, or example, being awakened during the nighttime, you had a certain type of dream, writing that stuff down. And when you're awakened during the nighttime, seeing what ideas are coming forth. Because as far as the manifesting process, there's going to be some times where, as far as emotionally, it's going to trigger certain things to come out of you. And it's going to cause you sometimes a little bit of resistance as far as continuing to push forth to go get that manifestation. And it's extremely important that once you decide as far as what is it that you want to manifest, don't settle for second place. Truly continue to push forth until that manifestation comes up. And what you're going to quickly notice in your reality, you might want to manifest something big. Example, you want to manifest the home of your dreams. But what might end up happening is right now you might be moving to a new place where it's not going to be the actual manifestation itself, but it's at a certain percentage. There's going to be certain things in this manifestation as far as this home that's going to resemble the overall manifestation that you want to have come forth. It might not be, as far as physically, the exact type of home that you're looking for, but it could be possibly that now you're out in nature just like you wanted. You're covered by forest everywhere. You have maybe a little river running through your property. And as far as the manifesting process, you're going to quickly see that as you continue to push forth, all of a sudden, that realization, that full realization, the 100% realization is going to come forth. And the first sign that your manifestation is close is beginning to see repeated numbers. And the most common one that most individuals see is 1111, which is letting you know that you are going through a deep awakening. You're going through this incredible stage of discovering who you are. And as far as these numbers, at a basic level, they all have a meaning. But what you're going to quickly discover as far as on your spiritual journey, you will be the one that's going to be creating the meaning of that number. And as far as numbers, it doesn't always have to be, repeated numbers. It could be any type of number, but pay attention to those numbers because sometimes they'll allow you to bring forth that certain inner healing. It might be a certain number where it's a certain situation that occurred where it's now time to let that go. And as you continue to see these numbers, pay attention. What was your actions while you saw this number? What were you thinking? Because this is going to let you know exactly which direction you should be heading towards. The second sign that your manifestation is close is you're beginning to feel the energies that you would feel when it would come forth. You're beginning to feel as though you already have it. Whether it's through meditation, whether it's just through sitting quietly, or example, just going for a walk, and you're beginning to think about this, and you're noticing that your vibrational frequency is beginning to raise itself, and at a certain point, it is going to align with your manifestation. All of a sudden, there might be a gain as far as in confidence, because as far as the manifesting process, far often than not, you have to step out of that comfort zone. You have to create the changes from within first in order to match your manifestation. And as this is beginning to happen, it's going to really help as far as raising your vibration frequency and just making you feel that much happier, making you feel that much more optimistic. The third sign that your manifestation is close is all of a sudden you have this deep gut feeling. You just know it without a doubt that every action that you're taking based off that guidance is beginning to lead you one step closer to your manifestation. You're understanding that your manifestation is just outside of your comfort zone and you're beginning to step outside of that comfort zone. You're understanding that you are having to create these inner changes to get yourself to that timeline or the version of yourself which has this manifestation. And most importantly, you're no longer thinking about when is it going to come forth. All of a sudden you feel as if you're being blessed with the gift of time and you're using it exactly how you should. You're growing, you're letting go of whatever you need to let go. And the most important is you're stepping outside of that comfort zone and you're going out to get those manifestations. And the fourth sign that your manifestation is close is you're beginning to see and have synchronicities all around you. You're noticing that you're getting yourself more into the flow state. You're understanding, you're realizing that all these events are all meeting different individuals. All these things are getting you that one step closer, which is helping to raise your confidence. It's allowing your faith to raise. And that deep inner knowing of this manifestation is going to come forth. And you're beginning to enjoy it. You're stressing out a lot less and you're getting yourself much more into the flow state. And it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, but you're understanding that as far as manifesting, it's not just about what is it that you're attracting. It's about letting go. Sometimes letting go of certain physical goods. Sometimes it's letting go of certain self-limited beliefs. But these synchronicities that you're sensing, that you're seeing, that is happening to you, is helping to give you that confidence to continuously step out of that comfort zone and go out and get those manifestations. The fifth sign that your manifestation is close is you're beginning to see signs from the universe. You're beginning to receive signs from God. And the majority of the time, you will be feeling this in your heart space. It could be, you could be watching a video, you see a post on social media, you know what I mean? It could even be a street sign. All of a sudden, you see this phrase, you see this line, and you just feel this immense amount of love in your heart, letting you know, continue to push forth in this direction. Continue to be the most authentic version of yourself. You will be receiving these manifestations, and it's now time to let go of the when and appreciate the gift of time that you've been given. And lastly, the sixth sign, and this is where most individuals struggle. This is where most individuals will get up to this point, but then having to face adversity sometimes will make people retreat. And that's the thing as far as the manifesting process. You might think that it's just about attracting something, but it's about the inner changes that it creates. And sometimes it brings forth adversity. It might be something as an example. Decision number one, you continue with the job. You just got a raise. But in your heart, you sense that there's something different that you want to do. And you want to step out into the unknown. Whereas you're going to be quitting this job, but then you're going to be following those signs and synchronicities as far as bringing forth this new employment, as far as possibly creating your own business. Therefore, if right now you're remotely going through adversity in your life, understand that it's lessons that you're meant to learn, certain things that you're meant to let go, especially when you look as far as in the subconscious mind, as far as the core beliefs that we have. Every time a manifestation will come forth, it could be as far as this is what your heart desires, but at the same time, it could bring up this incredible amount of fear. Therefore, don't view it as the universe doing something against you. It's happening for you, not against you. And be blessed to be able to go through this, because it's going to allow you to heal at a certain level. It's going to allow you to let go of a certain set limit of belief. It's going to allow you to let go of something which is bringing your vibrational frequency down. Because as far as the law of attraction, oftentimes we tend to lose things before they come forth as far as our manifestation, because we're no longer a vibrational mismatch. And the reason why it's God in the universe that does this is to help speed up the manifesting process, because far too often we'll hang on to a relationship much longer than we need to. Far too often, as far as our career, we'll continue stay in a job that we hate because of the paycheck. But now, when this adversity comes forth, thank God, thank the universe for the lesson that you learned. Thank Him for whatever it is that you've let go, because now you're making more room for your manifestations to come forth. And what's wonderful as far as the manifesting process, it's just like everything else in life. The first time that you do something that's new, an example, think about when you're a young child, when you got on that bike the first time, the fear that came up. What if I fall? What if I hurt myself? But then all of a sudden you fell and you saw it wasn't too bad. You got back up on the bike and you try it again. You might have fallen one or two more times, but after a while, you were able to ride your bike. Well, it's the same thing as far as the manifesting process. The first couple times might bring up this incredible amount of fear. But once you've gone through this several times, you're going to be able to start to pinpoint certain things that have happened, certain ways that you felt, certain lessons that came up. And it's going to really help to ease the manifesting process, because you're going to be able to get yourself into that flow state. Because as far as our manifestations, they don't come forth when we want them to. They come forth when God chooses to bring them forth. And I can tell you this, that as far as waiting for that perfect divine timing, your perfect divine timing, you will see that when that manifestation comes forth, you're going to feel blessed. You're going to be glad that you were given the gift of time in order to create the necessary changes that you had to do in order to become the version of yourself which has these manifestations. So it's a really good idea. Write things down. Start taking notes as far as everything that you're experiencing, as far as dreams that you've had, as far as just ideas, divine downloads that you've had, because now you're going to be able to recall back onto it the next time that you want to manifest something. And it's really going to help to get you into that present moment, which is going to allow you to tap into your heart. If you're ever noticing that your mind is beginning to race, take 5-10 minutes, get yourself grounded, meditate, go out for a walk out in nature, or just sit alone quietly. Clear that mind and tap back into your heart space, because as far as all your manifestations, it's not going to be through rationally thinking that you're going to be attracting this. And the majority of the time, it's not through what is it that you're going to see. It's through what is it that you're going to feel. And continue to allow that faith to grow. Because as far as your manifestations, look at all the changes that you've made in example, the past 6 months, the past year. Look at how you've become the best version of yourself. Look at all the healthy choices that you've made. Look at everything that you've let go. Well, all this is going to play a big part as far as what is it that you're going to be able to manifest. Well, that's going to do it for the video. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.